but this is the important part. So as we're opening, right, making a fist and opening and making a fist, shoulders down, right, so everything moves. But open one finger at a time, so small, right, pinky, then ring, then middle, then pointer, and then thumb. And as you close one finger at a time, and then squeeze, and then let go. So it's progressive. Yeah? And then it comes down, so it has that down, you're wrapping in, right? So you can really feel you're exercising, you know, the forearm is twisting, and there's a lot of development right over here, right? And we're opening and closing each finger joint one at a time. Just relax and breathe. When you come in, squeeze, right? Squeeze, close it all the way, and then open it and stretch all the way, expand. So, you know, it could be large, right? You could make it very large movement. Relax the shoulder. But make sure you close all the way and you open all the way. Just really expand, and you come here and close, right? Or it could be a very small motion, right? Where my palms and fists, right, remain right in front of this area. So
in front of what?
Right in front of here, right?
Oh,
They're close. They're close. Watch the screen.
I can't see the band there.
Come closer. Oh, sit calm. Right? So, right, expand all the way and then close all the way, right? One finger, expand and stretch. When you expand, release all of this, right? And you can see it's not just one motion, but it's expanding and expanding while you're turning and spiraling. Okay, so that's out. Okay, and then you do the reverse. So the reverse is you turn the palms to you, and then they drop down, right? And then they come out, right? So turning the palms, then dropping them down, right? And then circling. So they face you, dropping down, and then they come out. So then we add the same thing, right? One finger at a time, and come down and make a fist, and then turn it out, and then open, one finger at a time, expand, and then come in towards you, squeezing the fist. And as you drop the hand, right? When you drop the hand, it'll stretch it a certain way, so it'll be a little bit of a challenge to make that fist. So you're making that fist while you're getting whatever stretch you can, and you can feel it pulling and twisting. But the important thing is, the important thing I'd like you to do, focus on, is that full expansion and that full compression, yeah? And one finger at a time. So same thing, right? You could drop it out. It could be a really large motion, right? Or you could keep your palms right in the center. Just rolling. Yeah, there you go. Relax the whole body. Relax the shoulders. Just focusing on the palms, stretching and compressing, wrapping and rolling. Yeah. If you do this every day, and or at least you do it several times a week, but if you start doing it regularly, you start to notice it's going to start developing these muscles. Yeah. And you won't see it until you see a picture of yourself and you tense, and it's like, wow, it's getting stronger and stronger. But you're doing a strength movement, right? Mixed in with flexibility. And just breathe, right? Relax. The same thing, do the movement with your mind, right? Just think about the movement, let it follow. Coordinate your breath. You could add the Dantian breathing, right? You breathe in and out, and then reverse, right? So coming in, and then coming out, right? Doing the other way. So just reversing the motion. Right? As I come here, I'm letting this hand come inside, right? And then out. So it comes down and it comes inside and it comes out. So it's rolling in towards me and then out. Yeah. So anybody doing self-defense would say, oh, you're punching, right? It's like lifting up and punching up. So have that constant roll, that constant rotation, and there's a lot of development going on here, and development even in here. But you know, the most important thing again is you're moving each joint, right? So this is perfect when we talk about arthritis, and even the fall prevention, right? Learning to move your upper body while relaxing. Okay. And then if you wanted to add, right, you could turn your body while you're doing it and just keep adding and adding and adding.
So Randy, would you recommend that particular series of things for people with arthritis?
Oh yeah, definitely. Right, so you do whatever you can. You just take your time, just drop your shoulder, relax, right, and just expand. I mean, you could just hold this expansion, and when I hold that stretch, like I said, you want that feeling. It feels like it's just stretching and stretching and stretching, even though it looks like this, right? That gentle pressure, that gentle tension, but it just feels like, oh, it's expanding. So yeah, this is really a good exercise for arthritis, you know, for the hands and the feet.
Would you be able to do that as a special presentation? And we
sure.
Head at arthritis or exercise for arthritis, because there's many members that have that kind of condition.
Yeah, we could.
That helpful.
Yeah, we could put together something. Sure. Yeah. So and you know, you just shake it out in between. You can do the stretching back. You can add all of these things in it, right, to let it go. But those of you who do Yang Tai Chi, right, as I said, as you come out through here, right, as you're doing Yang Tai Chi in that classic single whip, even the Chen style has it, right? You add that same thing. So as you're coming, right, it's one finger at a time, wrapping in towards you, right, dropping down. And then right here, one of the ways to do it is you stretch those fingers down and relax the shoulders, right? It's tucked in, and you're lifting the wrist, and this is stretching down, right? And then release. So it's that same motion just applied to the single whip, right? So it's like picking up something up and then drop and open, curling, right? You have the single whip there, and then open and release it, wrapping, and yeah, so those two sides. So it's that same motion, but just over here is the single whip, right? You're doing that, and then, so that's the only difference. So if you're practicing that motion, sometimes they do it really softly, okay? Because you're practicing softness. But if you want to overlay the physical development, right? You want that physical therapy, have that nice stretch, right? Every finger is rolling and wrapping, yeah? Or if you just want to do the single whip like this instead, right? It's still the same motion. You're just squeezing and opening, yeah. So anytime you have motions like that, these turning motions, like in the Kung Fu class, I remember my teacher, 1 or 2 nights, he would talk about, oh, you know, you have to just practice this. And this is a grabbing motion, it's a blocking grabbing motion, but it has that same twist. And he would talk about it, how it developed over here. So all we're doing is we're doing the same thing, but we're adding the fingers to it. Yeah. But expand, again, expand, stretch all the way, relax every joint and just feel it stretching, expanding. Relax here, drop here, right? And then when you close, it just wraps one finger at a time, right? It just rolls in, squeeze, and then unroll. So if you do it more in a two-dimensional without the wrap, right? It's just rolling and unrolling. But what this drill gives is it adds the twist and spiral motion as you're doing it. So joints, ligaments and tendons, right? And all the muscle tissue. And then relax. And as you're surging, you go back and look at how I end the warm-up, where we're twisting and surging, that dynamic motion, right? And let that energy and circulation go through the muscle tissues, the nerve tissues, and the bone. So arthritis, osteoporosis, muscle, all of that can be built in. Yeah? And the more you overlay, right? If you overlay the Tantin breathing or some kind of breathing, that's just a whole nother component from there. Okay, so I'll leave that with you. It's, that's a kind of exercise you can do any time of the day, anywhere. Oh, you're on the airplane, right? Airplane exercise, bus exercise, right? Just stretching. Can be small space, just relaxing, right? Right. You got the whole roll.
The back last row.
But yeah, this is actually really good. Oh, it feels really good now. I don't know about you, but mine feels good.
Mine hurts.
Yeah, so if it hurts, right, take your time, relax, take your time, and you can add massages and things later on. So, we did the whole set right before the break, so we'll go right into the silk reeling. And the silk reeling, you think about this, like I said, your muscle tissue, one, it's not connected, it'll just run through, but right, our ligaments and tendons, everything's connected. So as you're pulling, you want it to be flexible, you have to take away every lock in there. You have to unlock everything. And it's so different how we've been taught to think about stretching and strength development, where you just have to learn how to totally relax, let everything go. It's a really different concept. Okay, so real quick review, silk reeling exercises starts with the shooting palms back and forth, standing or seated, and we want to trace the center of the palm, the heart, right down the center. This is the pericardium. And then eventually it's going to go on the outside, the triple burner channel from the fourth ring finger coming up and over and through the collarbone. Okay, so I'll do it standing so you can see both samples. Okay. And you want to turn the waist, relax, loosen the joints, and turn the waist. Okay. If you're standing, turn all the way to the side. Right? Drop your hands. Keep your hands low. Okay, that'll help you, especially in the beginning. Right? So the first one, and then I'm just going to go really quickly through this because this is review. Right? And this can come through and cut through the body. Right, I'm going to shift my weight. Right? The hand can come all the way up. It can be just the elbow from here, right? Or it can come all the way up to the shoulder, and I can round the shoulder and shoot under, right? And then it can start tracing across the body. And the second part to this was starting to add the massage. So the bottom hand gently rubs the body either below the belly button or cutting across, or it can be just the rib cage. Right? And then adding the teacup, so the turning. So the bottom hand turns just fingertips, and then starting to massage the back. shooting up, and the double palm. Okay, so I'm just going to run through this really quickly just to review. Right? And then this can run all the way down if you want. Right? So it has all those variations from here. Okay. And then the third part, right? The third part, again, washing the outside, stepping and turning and stepping down, right? Coming back, and just taking your time, sinking. Right? Sinking the chi down with your breath, sinking the breath down, relaxing the bottom of the feet, just walking in place. Really relax their upper body. And taking time to balance, don't rush through the movement. If you're standing or seated, don't rush through the movement. Right? Just take your time. So this one, I'm transferring my weight, right? I'm stepping. Right. So transferring my weight where I'm picking up and walking, right? Then stepping back down. Drop the shoulder, drop the elbow, yeah, low. I'd rather your palms be lower than higher. Okay. Or instead of transferring, just keep your weight centered on the standing leg and then come back. Okay. So even though this is stepping down, my weight doesn't shift. It stays here. Okay. So either way or both ways. This way forces you to really focus, right, on your center of balance without shifting. So it gives a little bit more development to one side. Okay, so that's the third one. Okay, so the last one, I started the review. So we'll start seated first because they're both a little bit modified, and then I'll do the standing. Okay, so you can see the difference. The standing is a fuller range of motion, a little bit different flow from there. Okay, so the last part has two main parts. We call it dragon rolls over, and the second part is removing the helmet. Okay, so dragon rolls over. Right? You can rest one hand on your sternum. So this is my left hand. I'm going to start with my right side. That doesn't really matter. Okay, and it's you have to use your whole body. So your whole back, your shoulder blades, right, involve your whole body. So the whole body is a whip. Yeah, the whole body moves from here. And that's that whip I was talking about. The fingertips is the last part. Okay, so you start by pressing out. Let's see. Right. Okay, so we press out, and then from here you turn your arm so your elbow comes up. Okay. And then you have to turn. So you're going to go under this arm. So this is my right side. I'm turning to my right. Right, and I start going under my arm, and then drop that elbow. And turn back to the front and let the hand come out. Yeah. So it presses, then it lifts, and I turn. Right? As I'm lifting, I'm turning. Then I drop the arm, and be careful you're not pulling this back. It's going to be very uncomfortable, right? So just come back, a little stretch, the elbow drops, and I turn back to the front. So lifting, I turn, I start going under my hand, and then the elbow, tuck the elbow into the front and turn the waist back. Yeah. And as you're turning, you should feel the feet and the legs moving. Yeah. This hand is anchoring for stability from here. Yeah. And so palm, and turn, gently stretch this. Right? Don't force stretch in the beginning. Okay, do one more time. And then we'll switch sides. Okay, so I'm going to change. My right hand is resting on my sternum. Drop the shoulder. This just helps to anchor. My left palm. So I press. I'm going to turn my waist and lift my elbow and open my rib cage just gently. Turn, drop it down, and come back to the front and press back to the front. And turn and roll. My palm swings over my head a little. Come back down and press to the front. And turn and rotate. Again, take your time. Small stretch first. It's constant rotation. Motion. And turn this way. So as I'm turning, right, my upper body, I don't, as I'm dropping my body, I don't want to twist my head to the side. So I want my neck to be relaxed so it follows the motion. Yeah, from here. So dragon rolls over from here. Tuck, right here, tuck the elbow in. And press. And tuck the elbow in. Okay. So right, this motion here, that's the dragon rolls over. So pressing and coming out right over here. Right, dragon rolls over. So if I do it standing, then it'll really involve my whole body. And this is where you have to be cautious. Don't overstretch. Right? Start off small, gently, and then as you feel comfortable, you can stretch bigger and bigger. It's going to stretch all the way up. It's going to stretch the rib cage. It's going to stretch all the way back here. Right? It's going to really open up back here. It has that potential. Okay? So if I'll turn a little bit side, but if I press and I come up here, in the beginning, I'll just kind of center my stance, but I can rotate. As I rotate, I come under my hand. As I turn back to the front, I drop this down. As I turn back to the front, the hand comes forward. Yeah? I turn back to the front, the hand comes forward. Yeah. So press, turn my waist, and turn. And I have to tilt my upper body so the elbow goes up. Just a gentle stretch again. You can feel the whole rib cage open, then turn back to the front, dropping the elbow to the front, and then press. Breathing in, relax the neck, and out. Let the fingertips go. As you come forward, the whole motion really focus on the shoulder blades, but the press comes from the shoulder blades. Let the fingertips just drop, relax. As you warm up, this stretch can get larger and larger. We'll do one more time and we'll switch to the other hand. But turning the waist, turn, 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 turn. So I'm going to switch hands. My right hand's going to come back and anchor. Left palm press, then tilt my upper body, relax the neck, turning and rolling. Press straight to the front, drop the palm, and then turn and twist. Yeah, not too big a motion in the beginning, just gentle. You start off small so you can where the tightness is. And through the repetition, just let those joints and muscles open up. Okay, so this will give you an idea of dragon rolls over. Right here, turning, and as you relax, you just let the arm come forward by itself, using the momentum from the tantin and the waist. Okay. So at any time you can just switch sides. So all we're doing right now is just breaking down the motion. We're just looking at the motion. Yeah. Right? And anytime just switch and from here. Okay? So dragon rolls over. That's it, dragon rolls over. It's that kind of motion, whipping, like a big tail coming out. So the other motion is removing the helmet. So removing the helmet, the hand rotates behind the head, and it's like you're reaching back and you're going to take the helmet off and take the seated, we just put it back on the shelf. So it's like reaching behind, removing the helmet, and then put it back on the shelf. Yeah, and the other hand, same thing. Okay, so you just think about this concept of you reaching behind to take off the helmet and then putting it on the shelf. Okay, so again, starting with the seated, what that looks like. So it actually comes out of the shooting palms, right? So I turn to my waist, I'll do a shooting palm, turn to my waist, reach behind my head, then I'm going to turn back to the front. As I turn back to the front, my right hand comes across my face at the same time. Okay, and then I take off the helmet and turn back, put it back on the shelf. Okay, and then my left palm is going to come, I'll do the other side. I'll do a shooting palm, I'll reach over my head. My right hand anchors on my sternum. Turn to my right. Same time, my left hand, my elbow comes over, take off the helmet, turn back to the front, put it on the shelf. Okay, my right palm, then I'll do a shooting palm the other side. Turn my waist, take off the helmet, turn to the front, put it back on the shelf. My left palm, shooting palm. Turn, take off the helmet, put it back on the shelf. Shooting palm. And like I said, I'm just breaking down the motion just to help you get familiar with the motion. Okay, then shooting palm. So as you turn, right here, as I turn, the hand comes over, so I'm going under, right? So it has that wipe, but I'm doing it as I rotate and just drop down, just sink and turn back, yeah, from there. Okay, so dragon rolls over and removing the helmet. And again, we're just breaking down the motion. And turn the waist. Okay. So if I do it standing, so you can remain seated from there. Yeah. So if I do it standing, then I just have that option to turn, right? And then I get a big turn right from here. Okay. Now standing, I'm not going to put it back on the shelf. And that's why it's so different in this one. And actually what happens in standing, right? So you come over here. Yeah. But your hands still open up. Okay. So you come out, reach behind, and turn. Right? Yeah, from there. Okay. So to do standing, we'll just do the whole thing. It'll make a little bit more sense. So we'll start off with removing the helmet and turn, reach behind, come across from here, and then we have to turn back. So you turn back, and then let the hands open, and then they fold. So the back hand taps the back here, lightly taps, and the front hand comes here. Yeah. So again, try that again. Shooting palms. Grab the back of the helmet, turn. And then as I turn back, I'm going to turn back to my right. My hands open. and just loosely let them tap from here. Yeah. And then from here, drop the right hand and sit back. And here's where we add dragon rolls over. So you lift, turn under your hand, right? Drop the right hand and come forward. Come from here. Then we do a shooting palm and we turn. So my left hand is going to reach behind my head. I'm going to turn to my right, remove the helmet, and then I'm going to turn back the other way, letting my hands fly open, and they fold, tap here. Yeah, there you go. Then drop the left hand, turn, right? I shift my weight, open, dragon rolls over. Now I do a shooting palm. My right hand reaches behind my head, take off the helmet and turn. And, so I'm getting myself mixed up. Yeah, and turn. I got all mixed up. Okay, reset. Oh, reset. Where's the reset button? Oh, I haven't done this so long. You know, this is what happens when you break down movements. If you just flow sometimes, okay, we'll try it again. Oh. Okay, so shooting palm. I'm thinking too much. Come out, turn. My right hand, dragon rolls over. Turn, shooting. Yeah, see, I'm stuck in a loop now. Oh, goodness. Oh yeah, turn. Wait. Oh, I'm stuck in a loop. What did I do? Wait. I have to go back look at my own video because I had it the first time I showed it to you. This is so funny. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, shooting palm. Right, reverse. Right, remove the helmet. And turn. Oh, here. Yeah. And then lift. And turn. And dragon rolls over. Palm. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I'm so confused. Oh, okay, here. I'm sorry. All right. Now I got it. So dragon rolls over. Shooting palm. Reversed. Or turn. Yes, so turn. And then swing back. Same side. Okay. Where did you guys get this instructor from? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so turn, remove the helmet, and then swing. Swing back to the same side. Yeah. And then dragon rolls over. Lift the elbow. So as you come in here, like I said, start off small because I could shift all my weight, right? And I could really stretch and I could push my elbow way up high as if I'm carrying a bag of rice. And all of this would stretch, and with the twist, right, you could really stretch and pull a muscle. So start off gently and then just slowly let all those kinks and everything work themselves out. Yeah? So after dragon rolls over, then shooting palm. So I'm turning to my right hand is reaching, then I'm rotating back to my left, and then I'm swinging. So I end up left hand here, right hand on the back, and then dragon rolls over. So right elbow up, relax the neck, turn, go under the hand, shift, shooting palm, reaching behind, elbow up, rotate, arm comes down, remove the helmet, and turn and swing. So as you do it fast, there'll be a light tap, just a light tap. But just trying to get the motion now. Drop your shoulders. Avoid pulling the shoulders back. Turn and then swing back. Right here. So you can see in the chair, part of the chair, if you have the backing, it's hard to do this motion, and that's why I've modified it a little bit in the chair. Now this hand can start to drop, so it doesn't have to stay here. So as it drops, it pulls, and that will initiate the turning of your waist. Reaching behind, opening back, swinging from here. So right here, my right hand can start to drop and open. So the both hands are opening away, and this hand starts pulling, and that starts, that adds a really different component to it. Here. Sorry. Oh, okay. All right, no problem. No problem, Susie. No, Susie needs to leave. So I'll close up class. Oh, it's 11:30 already. So, this fourth movement it'll take some time, and just having to play with it. And it's one of those things. It's just repetition, learning the motion, and eventually putting it together. And turning and swinging. So this hand, again, eventually it can come straight out. So if one hand is coming straight out, it's turning the body, right? It'll turn and it'll pull the body. So the initiation of the move starts moving away from just stretching one side and turning the waist to allowing the other hand to create the pull. So it'll really, if you need something to stretch the whole body from the feet through the back, the spine, the lats, the rib cage, all the way up, this can do it. But because it's such a big stretch, you start off too big. If you start off big, you're going to pull the muscle. Okay. So so one last time, it's from the shooting palm, left or right. So from the shooting palm, removing the helmet, and turning, and then dragon rolls over, and then shooting palm, removing the helmet, turn, and then swing. When dragon rolls over, turn the waist. There's a lot of turning and twisting, removing the helmet, right? Turn, and then swing. So just really stretching and opening up all the joints. Rotating and then opening. I'm trying to do it a little bit more gently and smoothly, just to help you follow the motion. But turn the waist and then drop and let the hand swing. It drops down, then it lifts. Right here, let this come up so you don't to release that pressure on your shoulder joint. From behind, you see I shift my weight back, and then I turn. I'm rotating over that standing leg, and then swing and transfer my weight. And then transfer my weight, expanding, turning around the spine. So I'll do it just a few times in the chair, right? If standing is uncomfortable for whatever reason, you could do the whole thing just the way we did it standing. But what I've done is I've just modified that last part, because it's really, Well, with a backing, you can't swing like that. You're going to hit your hand. If you don't have a backing, if you're just on a stool, you could probably do it. Or if you're on a little swivel stool, you could probably do it. Okay, so starting with the shooting palms, right? So I'll come here. So instead of swinging, I'll just put the helmet back into the front. Yeah, so we take away the swinging, right? And then lift, dragon rolls over, and then shooting palms. So all I've done is I've taken out the swinging. Right? So instead of swinging right here, just put this helmet back on the shelf, right? And then go right into dragon rolls over, dropping the elbow, and shooting palm. Yeah, turn, 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 then turn, put the helmet back, and then turn, dragon rolls over, shooting palm, removing the helmet, reach behind, turn all the way, drop the arm, put the helmet on the shelf, and then dragon rolls over. And I'm not showing it right now, but I actually kind of do a double pump. Let's see if I can put it in. So after I put the helmet on, then I'll draw back and then I'll do dragon rolls over. Shooting palm, reach behind, removing the helmet, put it on the shelf, then I'll draw my hand back and then I'll pump. Because that pump is important in the dragon rolls over motions, right? So it initiates with that pump. Turn. Okay, draw back and then pump. And then lift. And that double pump. Yeah. Nice. Turn. Really learn to turn your waist. And we'll just do one or two more, and then we need to end and close everything up. This is the kind of day my dad would make corn chowder, big pot of corn chowder, and we just eat corn chowder all Sunday. Yeah. So last one. And then when you finish, right, just finish with the shooting palm. So just shooting palm back and forth. That's just a nice way to finish. Yeah, turn the waist. Just relax a little bit more. Make sure you come all the way up. You're just kind of finishing. Make sure you open up all the joints. And then to end, just split your hands. Come up. Just bring everything back down to center. So we'll end with the bell meditation. So relax. Just find where you want to rest your palms. On your laps, facing up or down or together. Right? Just gently close your eyes, standing or seated, whichever is comfortable and safe for you. open your eyes. Yeah, rub your hands together. Yeah, loosen up your legs. Yeah, just pick your knees up to you. Yeah, so take your time with this last silk reeling motion. It's because there's actually two separate movements, right? It does get confusing at times, and if you do it seated, right, I have that light modification in versus standing. And start off with small stretches and slowly increase them. Right? You don't want to pull your muscles. Practice relaxing, so letting go. Right? As you just cradle your face. Right? And I want you to really focus on relaxing all the facial muscles from the forehead, the eyebrows, just letting everything go. The cheeks, all the way down through your jaws, even your nose, your lips, the mouth, the gums, the teeth. It's incredible how much tension we're holding in our face. We don't realize it. So be aware. That awareness, that's the mindfulness. Right? So whether you use mindfulness, awareness, but that there is tension. Look for tension and let it go. Right? Don't just assume that, oh, I'm perfectly relaxed. We're not. Yeah, use techniques, smile to yourself, laugh, project your heart. And just practice letting things go. Start with simple things that, right, doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't cost you money, doesn't cost you dignity. Yeah, just let it go. Look for those small things that we don't let go, and it's like, why? Like watching the news or watching the show and saying, why do we didn't do that? Right? It's fiction. So yeah, learn to let things go that don't matter. That's the beginning. Okay. So pat yourself on the back and yeah. Remember to take some time and do that open and closing, right? Do this exercise one finger at a time, right? Stretching, opening, stretching and opening. And actually in the formal Tai Chi for Health classes, that's the first thing they really teach. Maybe not quite as much as I emphasize, but the first thing they do in all those classes is they just do this. That's the warm up and walking around. They just walk around and then they'll high five or fist bump each other and say hi. Yeah, that's actually their first warm up. But to do it this way is that progressive one joint at a time stretching and adding the twisting and twirling while you're doing it. And it really can help this whole area from here. Okay. All right, right hand, right fist, left fist. Hey, stop playing with your jewelry. All right, have a nice day, everybody. You can unmute yourself for a little while, and yeah.